What would you do if you lost a leg to cancer at just 18 years old? Most would give up. Most would live quietly in pain. But Terry Fox, he chose something different. He chose to run, not just around the block, not for attention, but to run across the entire country of Canada on one leg, with a dream in his heart and a mission in every single step. This, not just a cancer story, it's a story of grit, of faith, of a boy who refused to stop and who became a national hero even before his journey came to an end.
Terrence Stanley Fox was born on July 28, 1958, in Winnipeg, Manitoba. From the very beginning, he wasn't all that different from any other kid. He was curious about the world, full of energy, always moving, always doing something. And above all, he had a passion for sports that burned brighter than anything else. Later, his family moved to Port Coquitlam, a quiet little town in British Columbia. And it was there, in the streets and gyms of that town, where Terry truly began to shape his identity. He wasn't the tallest kid on the court. He wasn't the fastest runner on the field. Most people never saw him as the one who'd stand out. But Terry had something else, something far more powerful than height or speed. He had grit, he had discipline, and above all, he had the heart, a kind of determination that doesn't show up on a scoreboard, a quiet fire inside him, one that even he didn't fully understand, yet. He dreamed of becoming a physical education teacher one day, not just to teach sports, but to inspire others, same way sports had inspired him. And as he played basketball, with scraped knees and a stubborn smile, no one, not even Terry, imagined the incredible journey life had in store for him. Terry was just 18 years old, a teenager, full of dreams, full of life. He had just started finding his rhythm, excelling in basketball, getting stronger, building his future. But then, something changed. A sharp pain started shooting through his right knee. At first, he brushed it off. Probably just from practice, he thought. He was an athlete. Injuries were normal. But this pain, it didn't go away. It got worse, day by day. It became harder to walk, harder to play, harder to sleep. Eventually, he couldn't ignore it anymore. Doctors ran tests, and when the results came back, it felt like time stopped. It wasn't a sports injury. It was osteogenic sarcoma, a rare, aggressive bone cancer. Terry was only 18, and now he was being told the only option was amputation. No second chance, no way around it. On March 9th, 1977, Terry Fox underwent surgery. Doctors amputated his right leg, 15 centimeters above the knee. Imagine that. A young man who lived for movement, for sports, suddenly, one leg gone. Everything changed. Most people would break. Most would fall into silence, pain, or self-pity. But not Terry. Because this was the moment his real journey began. He didn't let cancer define him. He didn't let it end his story. He chose to fight back. Terry's recovery, just about healing his body, something deeper was happening. Lying in that hospital bed, he began to see the truth about cancer. He saw pain. He saw fear. He saw silent battles happening all around him. But what broke him the most, children. Little kids, some too young to even talk, enduring endless rounds of chemotherapy, their tiny bodies covered in tubes. Their eyes, full of questions, full of confusion. That image stayed with him. He realized something. Cancer didn't just steal lives. It stole childhoods. It tore families apart. It crushed spirits. And in that quiet room, Terry made a decision no one expected, not even his family. He would run across Canada, from coast to coast, with one leg and a prosthetic. Every step would carry his pain and his purpose. It sounded impossible, unbelievable, even foolish. But Terry didn't care. He had a mission. He wanted to raise $1 million for cancer research. He wanted the world to notice, to care, to act. And so he gave his dream a name: the Marathon of Hope.
Soon, something incredible began to happen. Canadians lined the highways just to catch a glimpse. Some clapped, some cried. Many just stood in silence. People began running beside him. Strangers, children, old men, entire families. Some handed him coins, others passed him crumpled bills. A few just gave him hugs. And Terry, he never stopped smiling. The media caught on every day. Cameras followed, reporters asked questions, TV screens across the country flashed his image. But Terry, he didn't care about the spotlight. He wasn't running for fame. He was running for something greater. He became more than a young man with cancer. He became a symbol, not of pain, not of sickness, but of something far more powerful: hope. Whether it was pouring rain or the scorching summer sun, Terry kept running. His prosthetic leg, it rubbed against his skin, causing bleeding sores, blisters that turned into open wounds, but still, he ran. Every step hurt, every mile burned. But Terry believed in his mission. And when someone finally asked him, "Why are you doing this to yourself?" he gave a simple yet powerful answer: "Somewhere, the hurting must stop, and I'm willing to take the first step." But then, something happened. Something no one wanted to believe. September 1st, 1980, just outside Thunder Bay, Ontario, Terry suddenly stopped running. He had been on the road for 143 days. He had run over 5,373 kilometers, nearly a marathon, every single day. But this time, it wasn't the leg, it wasn't the blisters or the burning road. It was something deeper, something darker. The cancer. It was back. And this time, it had spread to his lungs. Canada held its breath. Then, on national television, a pale, exhausted, but still courageous Terry faced the world. With trembling hands and tired eyes, he spoke. "I had to stop. But the marathon of hope must continue." And it did. Millions of Canadians picked up where Terry left off. Because what he started wasn't just a run, it was a movement, a wave of hope that would never stop.
June 28th, 1981. Terry Fox took his final breath.
He was just 22 years old. But Terry, he didn't lose. He became something more than an athlete, more than a cancer patient. He became a symbol. That same year, Canadians raised over $24 million for cancer research, almost $1 for every person in the country. Because Terry had already given them something priceless: hope. And that hope never stopped running. Today, the Terry Fox Run is held every year in over 60 countries. More than $850 million has been raised in his name. But numbers, they don't define him. Terry Fox isn't remembered as the boy who lost his leg. He's remembered as the boy who tried to cross a nation on one leg, so others could live. And every step he took still echoes today. Terry once said, "Even if I don't finish, we need others to continue. It's got to keep going." And it has. It still is. Because Terry didn't just run, he lit a fire that's still burning in the hearts of millions. Because legends like him, they don't die. They inspire, they lead, they run forever. If this story moved you, even a little, please hit that like button and subscribe for more inspiring real-life stories. Share this with someone who needs hope today. This was the story of Terry Fox, and it's one that still runs in the hearts of millions.